What's up everyone, Wolfman here, back at it again with another LEGO Star Wars review. And today, instead of doing one set, not two sets, or even three sets, I'm doing a review on my first/final order armies. Now if you didn't watch my last video, which is my review on my Grand Fleet, it consisted of several starships along the Star Wars timeline from Clone War era, Imperial era, and First Order era. Now those ships are in this video as well, to go along with the rest of my First Order armies, but this time I'm including in all the other minifigures that make up the bulk of the whole army forces. And this army is actually far smaller than my Imperial army, which was the first which I had done back in January of this year. It's gotten so many reviews. I appreciate the viewership of those who had wanted to check it out. But this is going to be the first and only First Order review, because sadly some of these starships, by the time this video is uploaded, some of the sets in this video are going to be gone. I am pretty much parting with them. No, that's not a pun. I don't like puns. But anywho, the other sets are going to be in this video are also going to be speeders from one of my last Mock Monday reviews, which was on Battle Pack customs, or sets that, or battle packs that I made custom speeders out of, which consists of two different ones that I've already done. If you didn't see that one, feel free to go check that one out, because those speeders were some of my favorites that I've actually done, so those are also going to be included as well. So with that out of the way, and without any further ado, on to the review. So basically, I'm going to start off with the some of the main characters, or the big leaders, or characters within the first final orders. Up front here, we got the Knights of Ren, including Kylo Ren. We got General Hux at this end, and General Pryde, I think is this guy's name, at the other end. Sorry, I have no Snoke, no Phasma, no other characters other than what you see before you. And of course, right behind them are my First Order Stormtroopers, just your plain standard ones, and I believe... oh, I can't remember how many I have, but I'll put a number here on the screen here just so you guys would know. Behind them, I have 20 of the Executioner Troopers, which came in another battle pack. I got 22 Flamethrower Troopers, 8 of these special heavy artillery stormtroopers, which I would almost treat them as regular ones. And I got 21 of the our Final Order Sith Troopers. And coming across over here, I got 8 pilots of 3 different designs. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but we got some of these guys with that came in the Special Forces TIE Fighters, which I believe were these 4 here. The other 3 are from the Sith TIE Daggers, and this guy, General Von Rag, I think is the guy's name. I apologize for any background sounds, if you guys heard that. This guy came with his own starfighter, which I also did a review on as well. Behind them, 20 Final Order officers. Behind them, 40 Jetpack Sith Troopers. Right next to them, 6 Praetorian Guards of 2 different designs. The ones up front are one of my favorite designs, mainly in the helmets, because the other ones look like they got umbrellas on top. And in front of them, a couple of First Order officers and 2 Snow Troopers with capes, and these are the only ones that I have. Right next to them, 20 Navy officers, which actually, the color scheme I actually like overall, because Navy is actually one of my favorite colors. One of, anyways. Behind them, I got 8 First Order officers, or regular officers. I kind of got I mixed matched some of the heads on these guys, so got quite the diverse collection of different officers. Behind them, we got 10 gunners, or comm officers. I don't know which one is more accurate, but let me know in the comments if anyone who would say otherwise. And behind them, how many is that? 20 First Order Gunners, which I'm basically going to call these guys, even though you see them in other scenes in the sequel trilogy films. So that's basically that. So that's basically all of the minifigs within my first/final order armies. But I would consider them first order anyways, regardless of the guys in red, minus the Praetorian Guards. But speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and move into the Starfighters, starting with Von Reg's Interceptor. And I actually like the color scheme, but above all, I actually like the fact that it's an Interceptor, and it kind of stands out quite nicely. Not just the wing designs, but the main body of the fighter. Of course, I did do a review on this, and it was also featured in my Grand Fleet review. I got the Knights of Ren's transport shuttle. I also had done a review on this, which I basically did on all of them. Neat little set. It came with a couple of the Knights of Ren and even Rey. Kylo Ren's command shuttle, which I'm a big fan of this newer design on this particular ship other than the first one. Right next to that is one of 3 of my TIE daggers, which from the sequel trilogy, this one's by far my favorite. I mean, I don't care much for the other ones, but I just like the design on this one, especially with the different cockpit piece that you got on the front instead of your traditional other design that you even see in other TIE fighters. And of course, we got the other 2 here, which I'm kind of glad I didn't decide to do double, because at one point I wanted 6 of them, but I'm glad I went with the 3, and now so I'm going to be getting rid of 2 of them. Move on to the other side, we got my 2 Special Forces TIE fighters, and before the TIE dagger, the other ones there, this one was actually my favorite. I love how bulky in design this sucker is, and it has 2 pilots. Can actually carry 2 pilots. And in the Star Wars lore, this sucker can actually go into hyperspace. And of course, last but certainly not least, my Monk Speeders, which I have designed from 2 different battle packs. Starting off with these guys, I built 10 of these special speeders, which can actually carry a couple troopers in the back along with the pilot and along with the driver in the front. But yeah, I built 10 of these guys, and I was rather satisfied how they turned out. And of course here I took, how many of those sets did I buy? I think I bought, I bought 20 of those speeder packs, or Sith Trooper battle packs. I built 5 of these special speeders with gunner positions in the front, and they can I basically designed it for ramming in enemy defenses. I built 2 other speeders that can hold jetpack troopers, 2 pilots in the back, and one gunner up front, and it can also hold 2 jetpack troopers. And of course, my personal favorite ones, my Hammerhead Rammer speeders, which I would call them. I'm a little selective on the names in general on these guys. But I wanted to create at least 3 different speeder variants. So this one, I wanted to be small and nimble, yet it can have the ability to ram into other non-harmful or least harmful obstructions and whatnot. So that's basically it. Sorry, I really didn't invest that much in my First Order army, so there are no walkers, there are no land-based vehicles except for the speeders. I sadly didn't get any First Order Star Destroyers, which I wish I did, but I never did. So this is basically it. I never really invested that much in this army, so as short as this video may be, this is basically my First Order army. So that was my review on my First Order army. If you made it to the end of this video, and if you liked the video, please feel free to leave a like and leave a comment. Which one of these variants of Stormtroopers do you actually like? Do you like the Sith Troopers, the standard ones? What other figures in this army do you actually like? And how big? And if anyone who does have a First Order army, how big is yours? Because I wouldn't be upset if anyone who has a much bigger army than this one, but I hardly ever invested that much in these sets. Mainly, I wish I did get some of the other ground-based vehicles, especially the walkers, because if anyone has seen my Imperial army, I had bought in 3 AT-ATs. I wish I could have done the same thing for the First Order walkers, but some of the other sets I just didn't bother getting because I just didn't care that much, but I cared enough to have this number of figures, so I have no real regrets. So that's basically it for the video, and if you want to see more content, because I'm going to be moving on either my Mandalorian army or my Republic clone army, which I may be doing that one, and that one's going to be, I'm going to be doing doing different themed videos for based on the different divisions and other vehicles I haven't done any reviews on, like the ATTEs, which I never done, because I definitely did do the other starfighters and ships and such. But I'm going to be doing divisions every so often. That's definitely going to be going into the new year. So if you want to see more of those videos, then come join the Wolfpack by hitting the red subscribe button down below, and share this, and possibly even share this video. Or if anyone who comes across this, then feel free to come join. And I believe that's it for now, and all that stuff for me to remind you that Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barney does, and I'll see you guys next time.